Joey, come on.
Take an asthma puff, a rip off the vape, one good pull off the beer.
Dude, he got the, bro, I gave him a table and he straight up abused.
Dude, I know, dude.
Loosening nuts.
Lubing
Hey.
them up. Lubing them nuts.
Hey,
Cranking them.
You're talking all this shit, Logan.
Welcome to the ALLWIRED podcast. I'm your host, Logan RODGERS. With me, as always, is my co-host, John Doe. Today is a very special guest here in the building, Dirk Diggler, a local rap artist here in Fairbanks, Alaska. Thank you so much for coming on, man.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, for sure. Let's jump right into it. So, are you born and raised here? You from here, and where are you from?
No, so I was born in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and spent a lot of my childhood in Idaho, actually, in Pacific Northwest, and kind of a mountain boy. You know, enjoyed living out in the woods and in the mountains, rivers, in the country there. And when I was 12 years old, we moved to Alaska, so that was a long time ago.
So you moved up here kind of because of your parents?
Yeah, they came up for jobs.
Oh, okay, cool. So how was that? Like a big shift for you, kind of?
Yeah, actually. So we didn't move here to Fairbanks. We moved to Barrow.
Oh,
So-
yeah. So that's
wow.
Even,
It was a
that's
huge-
a really big shift.
Isn't that the farthest north liquor store?
Yeah, the farthest north city in the United States. Yeah. And it was a huge difference. I mean, I went from trees and mountains and rivers to flat snow and 24-hour darkness for 3 months of the year.
Yeah.
So,
How do you feel about that movie they shot out there?
let's see, 28 days a night or something like that. 20
With
20
the
days a night.
vampires and shit.
It's
That was
unrealistic.
shot-
It's
that was
not.
shot up there.
It's supposed to be Barrow. Like they
There
say
ain't
it's
no,
Barrow.
there wasn't enough native people there.
Well, and it shows mountains and trees and other things that just aren't up there. Like it's flat. It's really flat. So, yeah, that was a poor depiction of the location. They should have actually shot it in Barrow because it's probably scarier, to be honest. But that was a long time ago, man. And I've been in here in Fairbanks now for 13 years.
So that means you're, what, 25 now?
Yeah, just about 25. I'm actually 39, bro.
Okay. Well, if you moved up here when you were 12, you only been here 15 years.
No, I moved up to Alaska when I was 12.
Yeah.
And that was in 1996.
Did you like move and stuff? Like, have you been like?
Yeah. So after high school, I went back down to Idaho for
okay.
about 8 years, and lived around there for a while, and then I came back in 2010.
Yeah, I was gonna say you definitely had to be older than 25 because I'm 24. And you were talking about how you had kids.
The math
And
is
I was
not
like,
adding
yeah,
up.
I was like,
Yeah, bro. No, I'm gonna be 40 this year, bro.
that's crazy,
83,
Goddamn.
baby.
You old head. Certified old head.
For sure, man.
dude. Yeah, how many kids do you got?
I got 2. I got a 4-year-old daughter and an 8-year-old son.
Oh, that's sweet.
Okay,
yeah.
Sweet. I bet it's dope having like a little mini you running around.
Absolutely, dude. They're incredible. Having kids really changes your perspective on everything.
Oh yeah,
Gives you a lot of drive, purpose, but it opens you up to the concept of being a dad, which is you're thinking about other people then. So
Yeah, exactly.
You got them playing sports?
yeah, my son, he's playing hockey a little bit. He plays soccer. He golfs with me in the summer. He loves
Right,
golf.
You ain't got him on a baseball team?
He can
Baseball's
actually.
starting up. Baseball's starting up.
Yeah, I should get him on baseball this summer. He can crank a ball, dude. We got a little tee and all
He
that.
playing any instruments? He
okay.
taking on any music like his dad?
He has a drum set. He has a little guitar, and he plays on my uke every once in a while. And
Ever get him on some tracks?
I've been trying, man. We put the headphones on him and get him in front of a speaker or get him in front of a mic, and I'm working on him. We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see.
that'd be
My
pretty
daughter,
cool.
she's singing all the time. She's just constantly.
Oh, that's
on a
awesome.
song.
Wow.
Yeah, but
At 4?
Yeah, I mean, nothing that you would recognize. It's all originals.
Okay.
It's all
right,
originals.
yeah, I respect that.
Yeah.
All right, I respect it, man. No Ghost Riders in the house, huh? I suspect.
No, not yet. Not yet. We'll get there, though. I got to train them up, get that vocabulary up.
There you go. Dude, yeah, we're listening to some songs over on the way here. So tell us a little bit more about your music. Like, what would you say, like, your genre is? And
Yeah,
that?
so actually, I haven't been making music that long. You know, as far as recording it, I've been a musician, and I've been, you know, I dabbled in beat making and producing and stuff when I was a lot younger. But in the last, I don't know, 6 months or so, I started it just became a passion. Part of that was due to a separation, family situation changed a little bit, and I ended up with a lot more free time. And I needed something to occupy my mind and time. So a lot of my music it's coming from trying to essentially like get out some of the things that are on my chest, you know, unloading traumas and bullshit that I'm dealing with in life. And so you'll see it in a lot of my music. Some of it is directly just storytelling from life. Other parts are maybe embellished, so to speak. But as far as genre, I mean, I'm making a lot of hip hop lately, but I write music to create a poetry, so to speak, right? So like I'm trying to tell this story of something that, like I say, it's like I'm trying to get it off my chest, or I'm trying to find a way to deal and cope with things. I think a lot of musicians and artists use that, and you see it in a lot of people's music. What they're going through is expressed in their music.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If you could describe your music in one word, what would it be?
Ooh, authentic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even though you just said some of it's embellished.
Yeah. So yeah, I know
how do
that's
those two
perhaps
correspond, man?
contradictory, but
How do those two correspond?
maybe that's just for legalese. I don't know. You know, I don't want to.
Yeah, I'm just messing with it.
I don't want to get locked into any sort of what's that, Young Thug? What's the one that got locked up recently for basically rapping about how he was?
Yeah, I think that was
Yeah,
Young
that's
Thug.
Young,
Yeah, it's
young Thug. I mean, quite a few artists are getting indicted. I mean, Atlanta alone just indicted like drug rich gang, or they call themselves the drug rich gang. In Atlanta, they indicted YFN, YSL. They're indicting some members from 4PF. Lil Babies. Shit, they got a bunch of them.
Lil Babies.
Yeah. So
Lil
basically,
So DistroKid. How important is it to have a distribution platform? Because we were kind of asking a lot of people about.
Yeah,
we had a little debate going. You know, whether it's United Masters or DistroKid. So
like, which
far,
one do
it's
you
been
prefer?
definitely more DistroKid.
I haven't used United Masters, so I can't speak on it. But I've used DistroKid. It's simple to use. It gets your music out there on all the big platforms. Like, it's cool. You go on there and you search yourself up, and boom, it's everywhere. Amazon, Apple.
Yeah,
Spotify,
we've mostly been
yeah.
hearing about DistroKid. You hear about United Masters every now and then, but mostly it's been DistroKid, right?
So how
Don't
important
quote-
is it to use them versus just putting it out, just uploading it yourself?
I don't believe you can, actually, to Spotify and Apple Music and such. I think you actually have to have a distributor. I don't know for sure.
That makes sense. That does sound right.
I
don't
believe
know. I
you
don't know
do have
either.
to have a distributor.
I distribute. Yeah, I probably need like a license or something. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah,
'Cause you
I'm
could
not
have your own
100%
company,
sure.
you know.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably a way around it, but it's like, you know, when somebody's already doing something good,
Yeah.
do you want to learn that whole side of the
Yeah.
business?
Yeah.
Kind of focus on what works for you, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I can't
100%.
speak on the other ones. From what I understand, and maybe I'm bullshitting here, like I say, authentic, right? I believe you can do sync licensing as well on United Masters, and that opens you up to music, movies, or opens your music up to movies and TV shows and video games and stuff like that.
Oh, so
But
it's
I'm not
kinda
100%
a little
sure.
bit more than
So if you
Yeah,
had-
it might have some other details.
Okay.
If you had the opportunity to sign to a major label deal, would you take that versus staying independent?
Ooh, man, I've been researching this plenty because I'm, you know, business minded, and I don't want to fuck myself over in the long run. From what I can tell, label deals will only happen if, one, you already have a huge fan base. The label isn't going to want to invest money in you if you're just, even if your shit's great, right? You come out of the pipe and you're just banging.
Yeah, because a lot of people can be great, but it doesn't mean they have.
It doesn't mean it
base.
sells, right?
Yeah.
And that's what they're trying to do, is sell records. So and they're investing into you. And from everything else I've learned from labels is they're not giving you money. They're essentially fronting you money so that you can get your shit out there. And they're going to help push you and help you grow, and that may be all fine and good, but they're using much larger budgets. So in those cases, you may end up actually owing the label a shit ton of money after they've like said, hey, here's $500,000. Or who knows like what kind of deals people get. I mean, you'd have to come with something where I feel like my lifetime catalog, the ownership of those masters, is worth me selling my soul to you, because you're kind of owned by the label. So just from my business experience, and I have a limited business experience in the music industry. This is pretty new to me. But I have a larger business experience with other aspects of selling, right? Partnerships only work well if you're both on the real, like, exact same page. And if you are on the same page, then it can be a good deal. But typically, as an artist, what is the other side bringing? So ideally, they're going to have distribution, they're going to have marketing, they're going to have maybe a manager that can help with booking shows or what have you. But if they're not showing up with their side of the deal, what the fuck am I getting out of this partnership? So I personally am pretty hesitant to get involved with anybody, label or otherwise, because one, I don't want to give up creative control of what I'm doing. Like, I don't want to be subject to some label saying, hey, you need to put this out, or you need to do these different events. Like, I got my life that I live outside of making music, and music kind of works around my life. It's not necessarily the only thing that I do.
Yeah, there's also a big problem in like the music industry, and not even just music, but like just kind of entertainment in general, with like a lot of those people that are in those positions that like find the stars, and then they'll almost like keep them on drugs or alcohol or a mixture of both, just to kind of keep them in line, so they can keep them going in this one direction, so they can just milk them for all the money they got.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a big problem right now.
Did you watch the Elvis movie?
No, I haven't yet, because I heard bad things. Like, I heard it wasn't that great, so I just haven't watched it yet. Plus, I was never like the biggest fan of Elvis. My stepmom was obsessed with him, so it kind of like just like turned me off of the whole thing, because all I ever heard about was Elvis.
Didn't he marry his cousin? Or no, it was just he.
I think she was really young. Yeah,
he died on the toilet, man.
Constipated off painkillers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so watch the movie. I mean, that'll give you a glimpse into what can happen when you get a bad manager, a bad partnership, so to speak. If they're not looking after your best interest, I mean, now with DistroKid, CD Baby, on United Masters, all these different avenues to put yourself out there, and then with social media, I mean, if you want to grind and you want to do it, and you have talent, you'll be able to do it. It's work. It's not, none of this shit happens overnight.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, you got to build fans. If you don't have people that listen to your music or go out there and enjoy your art, whatever that may be.
Yeah, and you got to push content too, like, and
you gotta sit there and
you got to be willing to sit there and work and create every day almost. Like,
absolutely, even if it's just a drip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like once they see you go inactive at all, like in the slightest, is when you just start losing them.
Yeah,
like all the time.
And maybe that would be a benefit of a label, is they're kind of pushing you along the whole time, encouraging you to go make them some money.
Or doing it for them. Like,
yeah, well, absolutely.
Yeah, like kind of making all the like ads and whatnot for the artist.
You know how the Jews were back in the day with some of the African Americans getting into the music industry. But
is that a Kanye quote?
No. Well, dude,
Hey,
I mean,
We do. I do call him Johnny sometimes because this motherfucker out here is saying he talks a little. He says some things that sound a lot like Kanye.
Be careful with that.
So have you ever done any performances locally?
Actually, yeah. So I started, like, honestly, when I started doing this, I wasn't really necessarily trying to, like, blow up as an artist or do anything that was in the public eye. I was just kind of doing it for myself, to be real. It was kind of, it was a good outlet. It was fun. I was enjoying creating music, and I started sharing it with a couple buddies, and they're like, man, you should start coming out to open mic with us and performing. And I really didn't want to do that at first. It was kind of like, fuck, like,
Yeah,
in front of people, like, being vulnerable. No, not for me. And then I started doing it, and the first couple times were probably like the most stressful, anxiety-filled moments of my life. Not of my life, but recently. And it was a challenge, and I enjoyed it when it was all done because I beat it, right? Like,
yeah, and I bet it helped you grow. Like,
absolutely. Because, like, the first time, no fucking shit, I probably sweat a pile of, like, salty sweat droplets completely around myself, where I literally looked down at the stage at one point, and it was covered in sweat.
Damn, goddamn.
It was bad. I was like,
Yeah,
oh, God.
How long have you been doing music?
I'm dying up here. So, yeah, like I say, about 6 months ago, we separated, my ex and I, and I ended up with a lot of free time. So it was about 6 months ago that I really started recording music.
All right,
damn,
man,
so
that's awesome.
Yeah,
That
you've
is
been
awesome.
doing it that long, and you make some good stuff.
So how many? How big would you say your body of work is? That how much content you got out there?
So there are 2 songs that are released right now. I have 7 more that are going to go on this first EP, and there's 7 in the EP, so 5 more that are going to go on this EP. Of those 2 songs that are released, only one of them is on the EP.
Are you trying to get them on any playlists?
Yeah, we're working on it all the time. Yeah, I have a producer I work with. Shout out Hugo, and he's in Spain actually.
Wow.
Super rad dude. Yeah, at UPH Music. He's a beat producer and really knowledgeable. He's helped me out with a lot of kind of insight into where to put stuff, how to market stuff, and whatnot. And
shout out him, man. Tap in with him.
Yeah. Hugo at UPH Music, he's fucking dope. Super great dude to work with, and he's got really fire beats, and it's kind of my style. But anyhow, so back to your question, I have kind of 2 EPs that we're getting close to complete on, and then we're gonna do a 3rd collab EP that's just collaboration. So I think we have 3 tracks recorded on that, 2 or 3 tracks ready to go, or pretty close to ready to go, and then just keep going from there.
You got a date, like an actual date set for when you're dropping?
Yeah, so, well, right now I'm dropping a new song every week. So next week there's another song, I believe it's called Fuck You. And then after that is She Got It. And then I believe Restless. And we may just end up dropping the rest of the EP at that point and stop putting out singles. But once again, like, if I was to just go out and drop that first EP, which was ready to go, without any fans, like, who the fuck's gonna listen to it? Like, and it's difficult getting on a playlist and getting traction and all that. It's difficult. It takes time. You got to build yourself up. So
For sure.
basically, back in January, I believe it was around then, I started an IG, and with my persona, Dirk Diggler, and just been trying to essentially meet new people, mainly other beat producers, other artists. I'll let the other fans find me naturally, but, like, I've been kind of trying to surround myself with other people that are in the same industry. One, because I know they appreciate the music, they appreciate the style, and I can learn from them as well. So
Are you recording yourself?
Yeah, mostly, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. You got like a home studio?
Yeah, a little bedroom stew, for
All right,
sure.
dope, man. That's
Yeah.
dope.
Dude, that fucking post you made on for April Fools with the OnlyFans. That shit was so funny.
April Fools, that's the real deal.
He
Go-
posted, he posted a
that link in
picture
his bio.
and it edited, and he had it edited where it said OnlyFans across the top, and I think he was like this or something.
yeah. Yeah, go sign up. $5.99 a month, baby.
Dude, yeah, we
All
should
the
make one
content.
for All Wired.
I haven't this episode. I haven't last episode.
I know you've been doing good. You've been doing good.
No,
Fuck that. The fuck that. I can bring it up as much as I want.
All I
dude.
gotta say is the one that you guys did with Elijah. I was listening to that and I was like, "What the fuck are they on?"
Yeah,
Some of the
he
shit
was
that's
like,
being
bro, they're
said
going
just
way
not.
off
I practice Christianity more than you research whether that shit's fucking real or not,
Bro.
fucker. So you
Oh,
can't
you
go
wanna
do
bet?
as much research as I do doing my fucking research
Hey,
on
do
my
your own
own
research, right? Do your own research.
Welcome back. We're back here with Dirk Diggler, a.k.a. Jesse.
Dirky, yo. I'm playing.
Dude, you know where Dirk Diggler's from? Fucking
He was telling me it's like a video game and and a
No,
movie, right?
Not a video game. It's a
tell
movie.
us how you got the name. So it's Dirk
He gave
Diggler
me a
is a
little
character from Boogie Nights.
Yeah.
Is played by Mark Wahlberg, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Marky Mark when he was Marky Mark,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah,
But
so-
tell us how
Marky
you
Mark.
got the name.
Well, John said he's never seen the movie, so some of these will go over his head.
Yeah, it's a pretty funny movie. It's
okay.
an old movie though.
But yeah,
I like
it's a movie about a porn star that is on the come up when it's like the late 70s, early 80s, and it goes through his trials and tribulations.
Back when
And,
I had that Harry Poot time.
Oh yeah, all natural, all natural, yeah.
Okay.
And so yeah,
Pre-Nair.
yeah. So the story is he's a dishwasher at like a nightclub or a fancy event place, and they come in to have a party with movie producers, some adult producers, and other folks.
Turns into a Johnny Sins fella, huh?
And anyhow, he gets recruited because he's got a 10-inch cock, and so that's why they call me Dirk
Okay.
Diggler.
Oh.
Okay. So
right.
so how about this? So what's going on, man? So shout out to all the single ladies, man. You single, bro?
Actually, yeah, lately, yeah.
All right then, yeah. There you go. He got his name somehow. I don't know.
Authentic, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
See, yeah, I wonder if that was as authentic
We'll leave
as
that to
his music.
stipulation. We'll leave that to stipulation.
Yeah, we'll let y'all figure out if he's
Yeah.
actually the Diggler or not.
So what are some ways that you run personal promo on your music?
Personal promo. So, I mean,
OnlyFans.
yeah, OnlyFans. I try to get all my subscribers on OnlyFans.
Okay,
to,
man.
also link up on Spotify, Apple, iTunes.
It's like not only listen to my music, but look at my butthole.
Wink.
Pause.
Yeah. No, so IG. I'm trying to build a following there. So hopefully we get some people from the pod.
And you heard them tips.
Coming
I
on.
was giving you tips, bro. When I was
Oh yeah. No, I was absorbing. I'm like a sponge for that shit. But yeah, no playlists. I'm trying to pitch to playlists and college radio stations and anything that I can do for the lowest budget possible to generate organic, like, fans essentially. And then with that, I'm trying to share just personal day-to-day shit. So I don't really give a fuck about showing you what I ate or what I'm wearing or what have you. But like if I create something, or I like to do the open verse challenges on Instagram.
Oh, okay. Yeah, dude. I'll send them to you then, man. Cause I've been seeing a lot
Oh
of
yeah,
cool ones, bro.
forward those things, man. I love doing them. And
Dude.
sometimes, honestly, like you hear that, and it just something clicks right there and then, and you're like, "Fuck, I gotta write this verse," and I'll put my shit out, and then spit
Like,
it.
wait a minute. I'm not putting this on Instagram.
Dude, I wish I would have.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a couple takes to get it.
Oh, no, you'd be like, you're like, nah, I'm keeping
because
that in my
fucking
closet.
12E was doing a verse challenge for his, like, he was gonna make a new song, and whoever won got to be on the new song with him.
Yeah, I've seen a
And-
lot of that.
And it
I've
was
seen a lot of that.
the KGE challenge, the Kids Gotta Eat challenge.
Yeah, there's a lot of producers and artists that are doing those.
Oh, I got something to shout out, dude. Benny the Butcher is teaming up with a certain underground producer. I forgot his name, but he might be on Benny's page.
Yeah, you can
He's
team
got-
up and he'll do a feature.
Yeah, you seen it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro, that was trending, man. Yeah, dude, that sounds pretty damn good, bro. Bro, Benny, get him on your song. Probably got the same verse as a couple other people, but it's probably a limited run. That's what it seemed like.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if it's an exclusive, that's pretty fucking rad.
Would it be dope if you could get like maybe you might have the same verse as 10 other people, but you might be able to get a different beat.
Yeah,
and it still be able to get put out.
So, I'm trying to collab with other artists that are similarly cast as far as where they're at in their career. So, Gabe locally, Dropout Scholar, he's going to be on a track with me, and he actually, I have that already. It's fire. Fucking Gabe's awesome.
Yeah, shout out Gabe, man. For real.
Scholar.
Has he dropped it?
He's been on here before.
I've been meaning to call him out, man. Has he dropped yet?
Yeah, he was working on it. I know it was getting close. He was putting out a pretty large project.
He told me February.
Yeah, it takes time, man. There's a lot involved with that.
For sure.
But yeah, no, Benny, if Benny were to call me and say, yo, dude, your shit's so fire, I want to get on that would maybe be a different story. But I'm not trying to pay for big artist collabs to like ride coattails or get on anybody's shoulders. Like,
Okay.
I do appreciate a lot of different art and shit. If they were cool with doing a collab with me, I mean, I'm down. Anybody that wants to collab, just DM me. I'm super into it. Doing my own stuff, getting people on features on mine.
What about you and Elijah? You guys thinking about doing something?
Yeah, dude. Elijah's got incredible talent. I have a couple songs that are kind of right up his alley that, he's busy too, though. Like, it's difficult. Yeah. I think that's, the thing about doing a collab is you're talking about a partnership before. You're now creating a baby together that you have to both be involved in. And it's like the fucking, homework conundrum where you got the school project and you're the one working on it and you keep calling your friends to show up and they don't. And that's just one of those things where I think, when it's natural and somebody else has the time or they're into it or they say, hey, I got a track that I got a spot for you to put a verse on, I'm down every time.
Are you on any other stuff besides Instagram?
Yeah, I think I got a YouTube channel I haven't really done shit with. I think my distro posts shit up every time it comes out. They just throw like a cover art and then the song.
Dude, you gotta make a TikTok.
Yeah, I got a little TikTok, but fuck, dude, it's the only, like, I was away from social media for so long just because I'm a major hater of it.
I don't like it much either.
It brings out toxicity in all of us.
I know, man. So what you have to do, honestly, is fuck with just
they're gonna ban TikTok anyways. So.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, it's better to get farm your little views now.
It's difficult to write about things when everything's going good. When life's real,
because a lot of people be putting out a lot of songs in such a short span. It's like, what do you rapping about some bullshit? There ain't no way you've gone through that much shit in that short of time. Like, you kind of got to go live. Like, motherfuckers just rapping about some shit. They just rapping about some shit. Like, they just coming up with some shit and rapping about the same damn shit sometimes.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
What would you say, like, your biggest inspiration is? Like, what got you started on this?
Oh, man. Hip-hop?
Like, just being alone,
I mean, hip-hop I've loved since... Actually, funnily enough, I had only really heard a limited amount, like, Bone Thugs and Harmony and some of the old school shit that was cool in the 90s, early 90s or whatever. But I wasn't super into hip-hop until I moved to Barrow. And that was the interesting thing. I was expecting to move this, like, indigenous Alaskan Native village. And the majority of the style and what was going on there was, like, West Coast hip-hop, baggy pants, fucking Tupac and Biggie and Too Short and all that shit. So when I lived up there,
the native dudes love Tupac.
They love them some hip hop. So that's actually where I probably first started listening to the most hip hop, was when I moved up there. Believe it or not. But inspiration wise, I've always kind of been a creator. Like, I've always written poetry and been a decent writer. So when it came, and I actually written a few songs back in my younger years, but I never really had a reason to record them, nor did I really give a shit to, I guess.
Yeah.
It wasn't something I was trying to do. And when I started doing this, it was like a release, honestly. Like a lot of my songs, you know, some of them are kind of off the subject, but a lot of my songs are about like loss and pain in relationships and sadness and coping and drug addiction and trying to avoid the pitfalls of dealing with pain. And so, yeah, lately the fountain's been on full blast. Like, it's kind of easy to come up with material. When I get to the point that I'm feeling like any sort of lag, I go out and do something. I go out and find an experience.
So what's some hobbies you got besides rap?
Well, one of my biggest do-somethings that has been giving me a lot of material is dating, because that's been a new thing.
So that's where that song came from, huh? That we were listening to in the car? Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah, you should have heard that shit.
Yeah, that'll come out here on, I think, the 22nd.
It was good.
2 Saturdays away.
But it was a lot of...
It's
it was
X-rated.
definitely X-rated.
It's an X-rated song.
It's an X-rated song for sure.
Yeah, I have some fans that, so I've been releasing some like just acoustic jams because I like to play guitar. And a lot of times when I'm making music, it's just me by myself staying up fucking in all hours and just playing songs and jamming on the guitar and thinking of lyrics and listening to other artists and getting ideas. And yeah, so sometimes I throw out some shit that's totally unrelated to rap and hip hop. And I get messages from people, which I appreciate. I want to hear everybody's perspective, but they're like, you should quit rapping and just do acoustic songs.
Heard of Eric Banks?
No.
He's like the biggest. He's like the biggest ukulele player.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah. I like
he's
you.
dope. He's dope.
Eric Banks. I'll check him out. All right.
Shoot, you watch any baseball?
Not for a long time, man. Like Darryl Strawberry and fucking Ken Griffey Jr. were playing when I followed baseball.
God damn. Yeah, man. I was just asking because I seen what? Who?
Darryl Strawberry.
Maybe, man. I
actually
had a glove signed by him when I was younger.
Oh yeah.
But I was asking that because
opening day was a day or two ago.
Cincinnati, bro. Like I was thinking last Thursday. Dude, Cincinnati had like a mile-long block party in downtown outside the stadium.
Nice. Yeah.
That shit's
they go off
lit.
Yeah.
That shit's lit.
Yeah, you going down?
No, I wanted to go to Seattle, but work kind of prohibited me, man, because I was just fucking too busy. Not a lot of people at work, but I will be going to 1FC May 5th.
Oh, cool.
So if you're in Colorado or something, man, tap in with me, man. All Wired team some of us gonna be out there. Yeah, I'm gonna watch 3 world title fights.
Sweet. I love MMA.
Yeah, watch Rod. You know Rod Tang? You heard of Rod Tang?
I don't really watch Fun FC. I watch UFC.
So you know Demetrius Johnson?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the longest reigning UFC champion. He had 12 title defenses. He went to 1FC, and he's defending his 1FC title.
Demetrius.
Yeah, Demetrius Johnson.
Mighty Mouse, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, man. Yes. I'm going to go watch him fight.
I would love to go to a UFC or a big-time live MMA.
Yeah, it's 1FC's debut in America, so. You can watch it on Amazon, man. It's Amazon Prime, man. Cinco de Mayo, May 5th.
Cool.
I'll be down there, man. Colorado, I'm going to try to go hit up cookies.
Dude, yeah, you're going to watch Trevor's fight?
Is that here in town this summer? June or something?
Hey,
like
I'm gonna be real though. He's not lined up to fight yet because he's still waiting.
Hand.
Yeah, he's still waiting approval. We don't know when he's even able to punch with it yet.
Medical.
Yeah, he
just
fucked
put a
his hand
fucking
up.
cast on it and go, bro.
He fucked his hand
Keep
up
it
when
up.
like training or something. Like broke something.
Yeah, those little bones can take a long time to really heal too.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, especially in your hand because you're always using it.
Yeah, I love MMA though, man. I have a few buddies that have been fighters, and you know, I didn't train with them or anything, but I'd always go support them.
Did you watch John Jones' return?
I watched highlights. Yeah.
2 minutes of it.
Yeah.
What highlights?
Yeah.
The chokehold.
The choke out.
The groin kick and the chokehold.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll watch the whole event from time to time, but unless it's really something, especially if I'm just doing it by myself, I ain't paying no $60 to do that. I'll wait till highlights come out.
Oh yeah, I got sites, man. We got sites for that. But if it's like, if I got people coming over, I'm not gonna use the site. I'm gonna buy it, just so I don't have to worry about like it cutting out.
Yeah,
and then
and it'll be
everybody's
clear.
like, fucking. I've done that, bro. I've been watching illegal sites, and the guy be like, right in the main event, like in like the second round or like halfway through the first round, he cuts the signal, and he's like $5 to watch it.
Ooh,
Hey,
brutal.
bro.
And you're like
You have to-
$5 or
You have
$60.
to cut that part out. This man's is over here trying to get himself in trouble.
I got it. Yeah,
He's
he's
like-
like,
he's
get me in
like-
trouble for
He's
piracy.
like,
then.
I'm out here watching illegal sites.
So have you guys heard of hoflation?
Hoflation.
Hoflation.
Is it like
I'm
there's like an
curious.
inflation of hoes? Like there's too many hoes,
It'd be that
you
the
wanna
value
give
of
your
the hose
rundown on
goes
that?
down.
or
I'm gonna
the
get-
value of the hose goes down.
The
Hoflation.
price went up.
Deflation.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Yeah. That's
No.
hoflation.
Yesterday's pussy is not today's.
If you can make money off of just going, I mean, shit, all the more power to you.
Nah,
Like, for real.
he that guy, man. He's that guy, and he's shout out Texas, man. Shout out Texas. Y'all let him blow up. So you seen that Corpus Crispy,
Crispy.
Crispy
That
corp.
Corpus Crispy.
Crispy corpse.
Yeah.
What is that, like Jesus chicken?
Yeah, somewhere it's in the south. So no, it's Corpus Christi. They let him blow up, bro. He had that motherfucker jumping, bro. And then you hear the remix, right? The remix,
The
club
Fave
mix?
ex-boyfriend remix.
No, they had a club mix where they like sped it up, and it was all remixed.
Almost
That
as bad.
dude, so it's a YouTube video where like they're performing it, and then they got the goddamn DJ playing the club mix after they performed when they're packing the shit up. And dude, I'm in the car, it's still playing, and I'm driving because I was listening to the song, and then the performance went on, and then it's playing the club mix still as I'm driving because bad weather conditions. Motherfucking, this shit had my speakers jumping, bro. Like my door was rattling. I was like, oh shit. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That shit was sick, man.
He's
But yeah,
got it
the
going
club
on.
mixes be lit, man. I like sped up music.
Yeah, like I hope someday I start hearing some remixes of my shit. I've been fucking around with it a little bit.
Dude, to shoot
Making
somebody
some
that shit would be
drum
like,
bass.
yo, mix my shit, man. Just do it.
Do an open
hard.
verse challenge for remixes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, sped mix. Do like a who can shoot you the best sped up remix.
What's that? There's a website where you can do that. Fuck, what the fuck is it called? It's like Wobble or... damn, it's on the tip of my tongue. But you can actually put in any music there and give it a genre, and it'll spit you back a remix. It's pretty cool.
All right, so how do you feel about
Yeah,
mumble
so
rap?
The Tamagotchi.
Mumble rap, I mean, I talk shit about it in a few of my songs. I'm pretty adamant that, like, if you have something to say, fucking say it. Like, spit it out. Like, look, if you have something to say and you can do it in a clever way and, you know, it's people vibe on it, like, all the power to you. But me personally, I can't understand half that shit. And so...
Well, how do you feel about like those lyricists that just be saying a bunch of bullshit fast as quick that don't even make sense? But then you hear a mumble rapper, but he'll be saying some hard stuff, but he's saying it like
I
he
can't
just ate a
understand
Molly.
it, though.
Yeah, he ate the Molly. It sounds like a motherfucker. He just ate the Molly. Yeah, and then I'm
Probably is.
Yeah, like he just popped a bean.
Yeah, he can't even open his fucking mouth enough. He's like,
I don't know. There's some artists. I don't know. Is Juice WRLD a mumble rapper?
Yeah, but
Somewhat. His shit
'cause
was
he
fire.
a fucking drug head, dope head.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Gotta have
he made great
inspiration.
music though.
He was only what 20 years old.
24 or
20
something.
No, he was
23?
27.
Was he? I think that's.
Oh, wait,
I
no.
think he was like 21.
No, he was
I thought
like
he was young.
20, 21 or something. Because,
was
yeah, he was,
just
because
turning
that
21.
song that he made was like, what's a 27 club if we ain't making it past 21?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure, yeah, he was in that
But
same
you
club.
know, it's good shit. If your music hits me and it grabs me, maybe it's not even your lyrics at all. Like, I'll listen, but I do appreciate lyricists that have something to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't fuck with Eminem, bro. His shit's bullshit.
You think so? It's a
Dude,
bold
what the
statement.
fuck is he
Yeah.
even saying?
That's a bullshit.
He's just saying it too quick for your ears.
No, it's like, dude, when you ever hop in the car and somebody's
Bro.
bumping Eminem.
Mom's spaghetti. Knees weak. Arms are heavy. Like,
Orange.
Orange 4-inch. Hop in the 4-inch.
Dude, I don't know, man.
Dude,
Marshall Mathers has been
I
a
just
fucking
went, I just
gangster
hopped
for
in
a
the
long
How
car
about-
and
time
now
in the
I'm
rap
touring.
game, so I don't think
how
I can
about
talk
him?
shit on him.
How about him when he was on the interview when Seth Rogen and
Why did
James Franco were like interviewing him,
not use that as an intro?
and they were like interviewing him, and fucking he's like out of nowhere, he's like, "I'm gay."
Yeah,
Do
why?
you remember that scene?
Why did they not
Eminem
use that?
himself, like, bro.
Bro, if I was MGK, bro, I would have used that as like the return fire. Cause remember he made Kill Shot and he used like
Dude,
the image of
MGK's
him with like a
MGK's
ponytail.
woman kind of. You don't need
Yeah.
to have a snapback when your woman's Megan Fox. It's just
Either way, yeah.
Marshall's
still
got
together?
Kim. I think so. Marshall's got Kim, and he has Megan Fox. Like, who won that battle? Let's be honest.
Yeah, I love Rap Devil, man. That should still be going hard, man.
All right.
I mean, MGK, he found his niche, you know? Like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Marshall,
Took him a long time.
Eminem kind of had a whole capitalized corner of white rappers for a long time, and MGK really found his niche aside or adjacent to that.
When you're
without
still repping that Ohio Cleveland shit, man, that shit was hard.
Yeah,
But
I'm an Eastside
I
Cleveland
don't
Brown boy.
I like them both, so you know. If you put out an ass song, like, I'm not gonna be one to be like a fanboy and be like, "Oh, this shit's so fire" because it's ass. Like, your music
Yeah.
sucks. It sucks, and same thing goes for what I put out, man. If it
who's the
sucks,
top
then I
3
need to
most
fucking
overrated artists?
Overrated artists. We the Best Music, because
Valid.
he considers himself an artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
We the
probably
best.
top fucking number one. Let's see. Man, I'm not a huge Drake fan. I know a lot of people love Drake.
Yep.
I don't really care for his shit. And honestly, had he not met fucking Lil Wayne, would we?
I
would we
like
have-
Lil Wayne.
Would we have known?
I like
Drake?
it when he features
Yeah,
them
Lil
with them
Wayne's-
underground
Bro,
artists.
Lil Wayne is like.
How come
the
we never
best.
seen a Drake Kodak?
Yeah.
Cause Drake too soft to be around Kodak.
Kodak's a fucking loose cannon.
I
Yeah,
can't
I
hang
would
around
watch
with
his
you,
IDs
name
sometimes.
Drake's
and
probably
that
afraid.
guy's like,
Bro, the
He's on
videos where he just sitting there like fucked up, just like,
yeah.
You
dude,
kicking it with a dude named
fuck.
Aubrey, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. Top 3? You asked for
So
3?
number 3.
Let's see. Fuck. Overrated. Man. Let me think here.
Easy.
In all genres in hip hop?
Kanye.
I don't know, dude. Kanye had some.
Dude, he
pretty
has
fucking
some good
incredible
ones, but I
shit
feel
for
like a
while.
lot of his stuff is kind of a little.
We're
like,
talking- okay.
overrated.
Okay, are you talking about him being as a musician, or are you talking
Yeah,
about
I'm talking
him
about
as
him
an
as
artist?
no, I'm talking about him as a musician. I think like he has some really good songs, but I also think he has like a lot of songs that are just like way overrated.
Yeah,
But I don't know.
I don't know
My
that I could put
girlfriend
him in
loves
top 3
Kanye.
overrated.
Like,
I think he's fucked his position up pretty good. So
yeah, I wouldn't say top 3 overrated either.
he
There's
kinda
definitely gotta
lost
be
his
somebody else.
momentum there.
Seriously, what about Young Gravy, man? His shit sucks.
Yeah, I mean,
He might be the worst white rapper.
there's a lot of shit out there that if I hear it like 1 or 2 times, I'm like, please don't ever fucking repeat that on my Spotify. So I don't know. I don't know who number 3 is. I think if it was in hip
You
hop,
leave that up to discussion.
yeah, we'll probably leave that up to discussion.
All right, so then who would you say is
The
the
top.
top 3 most underrated?
Ooh. Man, so you were talking about conscious rappers and lyricists that put shit out there.
Really are saying something. Like they don't,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Dude, so Rhymesayers, Aesop Rock, fucking Atmosphere. I grew up with
You
that
know,
shit and I fucking loved
somebody
them.
who I'm kind of new to, I really wasn't paying attention to, was who was it that was fucking Kanye for a while? The Virginia rapper. Got into it with Drake.
Oh shit, I know.
Pusha T. Pusha T actually has some really good music, man. He got a lot of songs that are real like lyrical, but he's really saying something. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's with any music, with any genre, and not just music, with art in general, you have to tap into other people's feelings with your music. If they aren't moved by it in one way or another, if it doesn't give an experience back, it's just sounds. And yeah, you could go, get down on some EDM, on some chemicals, what have you, but like to feel a song, like let it affect you, like have you ever cried to a song? Have you ever been angry and
me, yeah.
There's
like a chill.
I want to get hyped up.
It's like okay, so then name 3 artists. How I'll simplify this question is name 3 artists that gave you a chill when you listened to them.
Ooh, man,
like you had that chill go through your body, like it touched you, like that's like they made that song about you.
Yeah, so recently there's a couple artists. I started fucking with Duckworth, and he's a fucking incredible performer, period. Like, in great lyrics in his music. His production, I went and saw a show. It was fire. In Portland.
Where was that at?
In Portland.
Okay.
Yeah, Duckworth is fucking rad. But like, I like smaller artists. I like to watch people develop and grow and come up. Recently we had Medium Build up here. It's not a rap group, but he produces his own beats and does a lot of his own DAW work to make music. And who some of his actually older tracks have kind of more of a grungy hip hop vibe, but Nick Carpenter, Medium Build.
Would you say he's your number 2 then?
We're talking about underrated people.
Underrated, or somebody that would say like I said, like somebody that made a song that touched you.
Yeah, no. Well, so recent music, he has a whole new album that it definitely resonates. Absolutely. Duckworth. That was just another show that I saw, and I started fucking with his music quite a bit. And I don't know that it's super inspired me, but anything that I listen to, I'm gonna try to absorb something from that, whether it be the production value. And actually, that's an interesting thing about starting to make music now, is I'm not thinking about music in just the sense that like I'm hearing this laid out track in front of me. I start thinking about the production of it, like the beat itself, the hats, like where they are on tempo, thinking about the recording and hearing the vocal layers. Like you don't really think about that when you're listening to a song. You're like, wow, that artist sounds great. But then you dive into it and you're like, wow, there's fucking 5 vocal layers on this track with that artist. So, man, it's tough to say. I'm drawing a shit ton of inspiration from other artists right now. Absolutely. It's hard to really narrow it down to which 3 are the most. I mean, I've been listening to a lot of different music. Every time you follow me on social media and you're an artist, I click through your shit. I start going through your Spotify, go through your little reels or whatever you have, and I'll check it out. And if I fuck with it, man, it's on my playlist, and I start listening to that shit.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Need more people like that.
Yeah, well, you got to support each other. That's one of the things that I've actually found, which has been really cool, is a lot of people, they want to hear your shit too. And other artists, they're actually, not just selfishly trying to get you as a follower. They actually are listening to your shit, and they're
to see if they want to work with you sometimes.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, they fuck with you. I'm going to a Ciroc concert in Portland as well, and that's gonna be fire as fuck. She's a hip hop artist with Rhymesayers. I believe she's on Rhymesayers.
I thought you were gonna say the liquor distribution.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Ciroc.
Put on
no
a
liquor.
No, yeah, Ciroc. You should fuck with her. She's got incredible lyrics and hella flow.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got any songs that you got coming out that you wanna promote?
Yeah. So I have 2 out right now. Chemo was the first single that I dropped, and it's fucking badass. Go listen to it. Wake Up just came out. That's the first one that's on this new EP with my guy Hugo in Spain there at UPH Music. And coming out after that, we got Fuck You. Let's see, what's the other one? Still Got It, or She Got It. Dance With Me, which is actually another Tantu song. And Dance With Me is interesting because it's not really hip hop. I mean, it's more like electro pop with some verses on it. But it's a different vibe. But yeah, no, follow my IG.
Yeah, I was literally about to say
DRK underscore DGGLR.
DRK underscore
DGGLR, Dirk Diggler. And then you can find me on all the streaming platforms, DRK, DGGLR, Amazon, Apple iTunes, all that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely go give him a follow, give him a listen for sure. He's got a lot of good music, and like we were talking about, he's got some new stuff here coming on the way. So
yeah, every week we'll be dropping a song for the next foreseeable future.
Sweet,
awesome,
yeah,
man. Awesome.
Yeah, we really appreciate you coming on here.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, for sure. We do it again sometime for sure. But you guys know where to follow us at All Wired Pod across all platforms. Don't forget to watch, like, comment, share, subscribe, anything, even just a watch. Like, just watching the videos really means a lot to us. Seriously,
like 30
helps
seconds,
us out a lot too. And you already know where to find me at VLoneWavy on Instagram.
Best
you already know
podcast
where-
in Alaska, man.
Yeah, best podcast in Alaska. We ain't even finna front. But and you already know where to follow John at.
No, it's John Doe.
All right, thank you guys so much. We'll catch you next time.